Alright guys, I am here with my review of The Dark Knight Rises. Just got back from watching the movie. And I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't The Dark Knight, but I mean, who expected it to be better than that? That movie was awesome. And I still thought this was a good movie in the trilogy. But it's a long one. I mean, you're going to be there for a while. You kind of know that. It's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. When you go in, you know you're going to be there. And I thought this was a good follow-up. It's the last movie in the trilogy. And it's bittersweet. I mean, it's just got that weird feel to me personally. Like, we all know Batman. He's an iconic character. He's been around forever. And I understand that they just wanted to focus on the trilogy, but it's kind of like he just came and went. I know the movies have lasted for a while, but it's like Batman Begins, origin story, Scarecrow, Joker, and Bane, and now that's it. It's like 3 villains for Batman, like the Legacy or something. I don't know. I don't really like that, but that's probably more of a problem with, studios and how they just put out a certain number of movies and then they got to reboot it or some crap like that. So that doesn't really affect the movie. But as far as the movie goes, there's a lot to talk about, but I do have to have spoilers, so I'm going to save that for later. If you don't want spoilers. So just my personal opinions on the movie. I thought they did a great job with Bane. Up until towards the end. Then it gets a little funky. But I thought Bane was good. I didn't care much for the voice though. And if you watch my reviews, you know that I try to stay away from trailers. I try to avoid any spoilers so that when I go in, it's like all new. And I really was into the movie because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't watch like every Dark Knight trailer or Dark Knight Rises trailer to find out like what's going to happen. And I didn't really care about that. I just want to go watch the movie and see what happens for myself. So I think that really helped. And I thought Bane was a cool villain. He doesn't use the venom or anything like that. And they also made Bane like the comic book version. When Bane first showed up, he was a huge thorn in Batman's side. He wasn't just a big hulking, let's break everything like the Hulk. He was very, on Batman's level. He found out where the Batcave was. He broke his back. He used all these, different plans to capture Batman in the comic books. I mean, he was a very smart guy. And I think that's why he's one of the greatest villains Batman has ever faced. And I'm glad they gave us that Bane instead of the what movie was it? The Batman and Robin movie, the really crappy one where they had Bane come out and he was just like Bane smash. I don't care much for that one. I like the genius Bane who plans everything out and just uses all these different plans to capture Batman. And I thought that was great. They did that in this movie. I mean, Bane wrecks some shit up in this movie. I mean, there were parts in this movie where I was wondering, how in the hell are they going to get out of this? Because I mean, how? Bane was very good with his plan. So I really enjoyed that aspect. I thought Catwoman was okay with Anne Hathaway. It also had, as a rookie cop, that kid from, I can't remember his name, Inception, 10 Things I Hate About You, Third Rock from the Sun. That guy played a cop in this movie. And I thought he did a good job too. Who else? There were some cameos, but that might be spoilers, so I'm not going to say that right now. But yeah, overall I enjoyed the movie. It's not The Dark Knight, but it couldn't be. And I thought they still did a decent job, and I enjoyed it. Not everybody may like this movie, but I personally enjoyed it. And I think if you're a fan of the Batman movies, you'll like it. And action, adventure movies, anything like that, I thought they did a good job. So I definitely do recommend this movie. Now, on to the spoilers. I'm going to try and go through. This movie was very long, so I'm going to be leaving out a ton of stuff, but I'm going to go through and just tell you what happens. I think it's 8 years in the future, after the whole Joker Dark Knight. And Batman he's crippled or something, like he's got a hurt leg. There's no Batman. With Harvey Dent's plan, they have captured a lot of the organized crime, mob bosses, and there really hasn't been a problem in Gotham City. For 8 years, there's just been peace. And then you have this new guy, Bane, who just wants to cause havoc. He's part of the League of Shadows with Ra's al Ghul, who trained Batman. And he's got this plan. He just wants to... I'm not really sure what he wanted. I guess he just wanted to destroy Gotham. So he comes into the picture. Batman meets Catwoman. She actually robs him, pretending to be a maid while he's Bruce Wayne. She doesn't know he's Batman. And he starts to track her, and then the cop, the kid from Inception, he realizes he knows Bruce Wayne is Batman because he's also an orphan kid. So I'm instantly thinking, this kid lost his parents. He knows Bruce Wayne is Batman. Is this guy going to be Robin? I mean, obviously not in this movie, but maybe they'll set that up. I don't know why they would. And I also want to mention they played a pretty cool trailer at the beginning of this movie for the new Superman that's supposed to come out next year. And it looked pretty good. I mean, yes, there is a stigma with Superman movies. They usually have been turning out pretty bad, but I think this one looks promising. It looks pretty cool. But anyway, back to this. So he knows Bruce Wayne is Batman because he saw him at the orphanage and he knew just by looking at him. So he goes and he says, we need Batman back. This Bane character is just destroying things. He hurts Commissioner Gordon. And he's really just evil. He's got the goofy voice, and he kills his own men if they're not following orders. And long story short, he sets everything up in Gotham. He's got all these bombs under the city, and then he just detonates them. And he has this giant weapon, this nuclear weapon, that he wants to use to destroy Gotham permanently. So he blows up all the bridges. There's no way out of Gotham City. And he says that the trigger for the nuke is on a citizen in Gotham. And that if anyone leaves Gotham City, the nuke will go off and kill everybody. So he says now Gotham is run by the people. It's not run by politicians. It's run by the people. We will have a court system where you can either be killed or exiled. Exiled onto a lake of ice where you will fall and die anyway. So you're going to die no matter what. And the judge is the Scarecrow. So I thought that was a great touch. That was really awesome. And so Bane has completely taken over the city. He destroys Batman, beats the crap out of him. And they even did the scene where Bane holds him up and breaks his back. He knocks a vertebrae or something loose. And he takes Batman to some type of weird prison place, which apparently is where we believe Bane came from. Bane was this kid who was born in this horrible prison where it's just like a big circle, a big hole in the ground, and the only way out is to climb out. And Bane is the only one who ever survived. He was able to escape, and he takes Batman there and lets him suffer while Gotham is destroyed. It's his way of torturing Batman's soul. So Batman in this prison, he starts to work on himself, and the prisoners help him get better and stronger. But once again, no one's ever actually escaped climbing out of this hole except for Bane. But of course Batman does. He escapes, and he comes to Gotham, which is completely anarchy. I mean, Bane is in total control of the city. The politicians are afraid to do anything, so they're just kind of letting Bane do what he wants. And Batman shows up. He's got Catwoman helping him. He's got Commissioner Gordon. He's got the kid from Inception. And he's got all these people who are trying to help him take down Bane once and for all. So he ends up getting into another fight with Bane. One last fight. Oh, and he also sees Ra's al Ghul's spirit while he's in the prison. And I thought that was another cool cameo. So he comes back to the city. He's going to fight Bane. He gets into a fist fight with him. And then we find out he's knocking the mask loose, which kind of shocked Bane. He goes into this fit of rage, but Batman just kind of kicks his ass this time. And it really surprised me why Bane was so shocked that the mask was hurt. I mean, at some point, no matter who he's fighting, that thing's going to get busted. I mean, it's right on his face. If he's fighting anyone, they're going to punch him in the face. So of course that thing's gonna get like messed up, but it never shows his face or anything. And we're also supposed to believe that there's like some backstory for him where this man was dating this warlord's daughter, and when the warlord found out, he exiled the man and sent the woman to the prison, and she had the baby, and that was Bane. Bane grew up in these horrible surroundings. His mother was killed. He eventually escaped. Ra's al Ghul turned out to be the man who had the affair, so he is his father. Or so we believe. So during this final fight, this girl, Miranda Tate, who Batman, or Bruce Wayne, has had as a love interest through this movie, she comes up and she stabs Batman. And she says that she was the child in the prison. She is Ra's al Ghul's daughter. And that she was the one who escaped. And the man who tried to protect her in the prison was Bane. That's how his face got all jacked up. So Bane was working for her the whole time. So she leaves to go set off the nuke before Commissioner Gordon can stop it. And she leaves Bane to finish off Batman. She actually tells him not to kill him, but Bane's going to kill him anyway. And he's about to kill Batman, and Catwoman shows up and shoots Bane with the Bat Cycle something guns. She puts guns on it and uses them and shoots Bane, and that's it. That's the last we see of Bane. I didn't like that very much. I thought that was disappointing. I mean, they built this guy up the entire movie as being this supreme badass. And then in the final fight, I think he really only fights Batman twice. And in the final fight, he's just taken out. So I didn't really like that, but eventually they do stop Miranda Tate. They stop the truck she's driving with the nuke. She dies, and Batman takes the nuclear weapon in the Bat-copter hovercraft, and he drops it into the sea, saving Gotham City. And then the next thing we see is the funeral for Bruce Wayne. Alfred's crying. Commissioner Gordon's all upset. The city doesn't have a hero anymore. The detective from The Kid from Inception gets a bag, and it's got all this stuff in it, and then he goes to the Batcave. And while he's picking up the bag, the lady says, I don't see anything here. So he's like, use my real name. It's Blake Robin something or other. And she's like, oh, Robin, you should go by that name. So he ends up being the one in the Batcave at the end of the movie, and of course it sets up that he's going to be the new protector of Gotham City. How? I don't really know. They kind of left that open. But with Batman gone, technically he wouldn't be Robin, he would be Nightwing by this point. I don't know. But Alfred goes to this restaurant where when Bruce Wayne was alive, he told him that he would always go there over these past 8 years when Bruce Wayne was gone. And he would hope that he would see him there with a woman, and that they would be happy, and that they wouldn't have to talk. He would just know that Bruce is okay. And at the end of the movie, Alfred goes to the restaurant, and he sees Bruce with Catwoman. And that was it. So Bruce Wayne didn't die in the nuclear explosion. Everything ends up good, and that was it. That was the end of this trilogy of movies. And I thought it was a good job. There were a few things I would nitpick on, that aren't like big deals. Like some of the Batman lines were goofy and cheesy. Some of the voice stuff, like I know he uses the Batman voice to cover up who he is, but when you're about to take a nuke and drop it into the ocean and go on a suicide mission, or so you think, why are you still using the Batman voice? Like, why? It doesn't matter. You're going to be dead. You have nothing to hide anymore. So why are you still running around talking like that? That didn't make much sense. Also, Morgan Freeman is Fox, who knows all about this nuclear weapon. How did he know this? Like, Batman comes back and he's like, Bruce, we got 12 hours till this thing goes off. How the hell do you know that, Fox? Like, that didn't make any sense to me. One really cool scene was when Bane detonates all the explosives under Gotham and the football field just crumbles. That was very badass. That was a really cool scene. But yeah, for the most part, I thought the movie had a great story. I didn't think it was boring or anything. It had a really cool story, and there was a lot of good action. I thought The fight scene with Bane and Batman, where he breaks Batman, I thought that was done well. And I was a little disappointed in the final fight scene with Bane, but it still didn't really hurt the movie. I mean, there was a few things I would have liked to have seen a little bit better, but I thought they still did a good job with this one. So yeah, that was it really. That's the Dark Knight Rises. I guess they'll probably do another reboot or something. I don't know what they're going to do with this. But I'm pretty sure that this is it. Nolan's done, Christian Bale's done, so it's going to have to be something new regardless. And that's it really. So I hope you guys like this review of The Dark Knight Rises. Leave your thoughts on this movie in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.